Hello and welcome to this edition of Central Coast Bass product reviews. Now today I am going to be reviewing another Mega Strike product. They sent me quite a few to review, so there'll be a few more of these coming up. But this is in fact their Megabug Creature Bait. They actually sent me them in two different colors: watermelon black flake and green pumpkin red black flake. And when I first got it out, I'm like, wow, this thing's pretty cool. It's got that nice flat profile, but yet still bulk to it. It's got 6 curly tails. It's got the little V in it. And I mean, I rigged it with this 5-aught Gamatsu, but you can see how easily that hook comes out for the hook set. And it is infused with their fish attractant. And again, right away, I caught fish on it. Caught a lot of little fish. And then I actually caught, the first day I used it, these 2 keepers. One's about a 2-pounder, one's about 1.5 pounds. And that's pretty good for my little test pond. There's not that many keepers in here and I catch them all the time, so fooling them on something isn't that easy to do. Now, one thing I did find in this bait is, anyway, it has all these curly tails. It's a little hard to get action from if you move it slow. I mean, I threw it out and was just kind of, working it like a jig, kind of slow, but I found that these things didn't really get much action. They just kind of hung out there. And so then I started moving it with bigger sweeps of the rod, sort of pulling it 6 or 8 inches each time I moved it. And that seemed to work. Once I moved it fast enough to get all these curly tails working, that's when I caught those keepers. That's when I started catching some fish on it. So with that in mind, I would say that if you want a creature bait that, say maybe you have suspended fish, something that you're throwing out and they're sitting at 10 feet and 20 feet of water, something you want to drop through them, this would probably be a phenomenal creature bait for that. Or if maybe you're flipping deeper water, like isolated stumps or trees, something that there's maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 feet of water, something that this thing can really drop through on the way down the bottom, I think that would be another phenomenal technique for this thing, because when it's running through the water, or even if you're swimming it, the curly tails have a lot of action. But if you try and slow it down and just kind of move it, it just didn't do much for me. I mean, that is sort of a negative, but all you gotta do is speed it up or swim it, and it catches you a lot of fish, trust me. And it's very dense, just like the swim bait, probably the same plastic. I caught a lot of fish on it. Kept using the same one, didn't get torn up. Even when it did, it usually split at the top and I could just mend it and use the same bait again. Just to me, another quality product by Mega Strike. The Megabug Creature Bait comes in a lot of different colors, very durable. It's definitely something that I'm going to keep in my tackle box. I'm not just going to review it and stick it in the closet. And if you want a really cool creature bait, like I said, something that maybe through suspended bass or deeper flipping with sparse open water, I think it would be phenomenal. Thank you for watching this Central Coast Bass product review. I hope you join us for our next one. I hope I've reviewed something that is going to be in your arsenal for a long, long time.
Honest Don is my name, traveling sales is my game. I got customers that I've gotta see.